Hi guys, GameTalk AZ Alkmaar against Ajax 0-3. We're taking care of business in January. 16 points out of the possible 18, Sahbi.
Yeah.
How happy are you?
Proud, extremely proud. Yeah.
What do you think of the game today?
Terrific game. I mean, we kept the nil. It was a really enjoyable match to watch. We controlled the game. It was a game with a lot of intensity, especially with a nice goalkeeper saves from Onana, but as well for Bizot from AZ Alkmaar. So, but our tactics was extremely great. We pressured them at the beginning. They didn't know what to do. They didn't know how to build up. The tactic play of Ten Hag putting Glint as a left back was risky, but it worked out perfect. I mean, Martinez, we all know him. He's a great player, but he's even better in the center than as a left back. We did great. And finally, we kept our lines close to each other. There was no space for AZ to counter or to find space to attack. So, yeah, we did that lovely, man. Yeah, we're extremely proud.
Yeah, actually, it's you can say what you just mentioned. It's a copy of the cup game we had earlier this month.
Yeah.
But now now it was a little bit better, basically, because at that point we were playing with our second-tier team, if I may call it that. Now we were playing with, we had a couple of changes, of course, but what you mentioned, Blind on the left side worked out perfectly. Martinez being, well, pivotal, of course, as a central back. I even thought Schuurs, apart from the error at the end in the second half, I thought he was good as well. And I thought Alvarez, again, Alvarez was so important also for the pressing game again.
Exactly. Yeah, he was basically my man of the match. Literally, I would take off my cap for him. I mean, he was so great. I don't know what happened these last weeks, but he's performing outstanding, and he worked perfectly. He stopped the counterattacks of AZ. He was really hard. His long legs with the slidings worked out perfect. I mean, but Martinez, we shouldn't forget about him as well. Really steady, doing all the hard work at the back. So yeah, it was the cartel did great.
Cartel, yeah, the cartel.
They really did great. Yeah.
All right, so let's talk about the goals, right? In the first half, it was a bit closer. I mean, we were pressing, but it doesn't mean that AZ didn't have a couple of chances. I mean, they had two great chances before the halftime.
Yeah, but I mean, every club gets chances against Ajax. It's obvious. We try to attack as much as possible. There's always space. Some of the chances that they had were a bit of lucky, but yeah, we have Onana. So I mean, that's all I have to say. No, I mean the headers were nice, but we had some great saves from Onana. But don't forget, we had some chances as well before they had theirs. So we had the Tadic chance. We have that Klaassen chance, the header, which was nicely saved by Bizot.
Yeah.
So yeah, we performed well. We pressured them. They didn't know what to do. Second half was a bit different. The first 10, 15 minutes, we were a bit sloppy. I think less concentrated, which created a bit confidence on their side with some small chances, not big. But at the end, we controlled, and I'm extremely happy. We punished them 3-0 at their turf. I mean, what else do we want? It was, I mean, we still remember how they dealt last year, trying to steal the Champions League spot behind their back, really shameless, and now we punish them.
Very good.
As easy as it is.
Okay, so I always try to ask you guys if there is a new player starting. What you guys thought of the performance, especially when it's a youth player. What do you think of Rensch's performance as a right back today?
Yeah, he was quite solid, really sharp, especially in the first half. Second half, he began a bit sloppy. He lost the ball in the second half, which resulted in a free kick, and from there on, it resulted in a chance of I think it was Gudmundsson.
Yeah,
Gudmundsson. So he was a bit sloppy, but overall he did fine, and still got some question marks why Kleiber was bought. I mean, if we have Mazraoui and Rensch as a second right back, I don't think we need Kleiber, but it is at the moment.
Well, an interesting point because Rensch. Yeah, interesting point because Rensch was subbed off, and then not Kleiber came in, but Timber came in.
Yeah, true.
So Kleiber is not even playing. I mean, I know he was injured, but he didn't play now. So not even as substitute.
Yeah. I mean, Timber performed well.
Yeah, exactly. Okay.
No, but he performed well. I mean, Timber did well. So.
All right. So
there's no reason why not playing him.
All right. No, of course. So listen, let's move to the goals. Right, the first goal, Anthony goal. It started with Blind on the left side.
Yeah, it was a nice opening from Onana to Blind. First Martinez and then to Blind. He got a lot of space, so he ran a bit throughout the field. Found let me see who he found. He found I think who did he find? He found a player at the striker position.
Well, Klaas just ran over the ball and it came to Haller, and then
Haller, and he passed it to Anthony, and it's his signature. His shots are always some sort of a signature, so he plays it very well. I think it was a bit of an error of a keeper. He should have kept it, in my opinion. But nevertheless, we shouldn't take off that the beauty of the goal of Anthony.
All right,
so,
maybe
lovely.
And if you go to the second goal, perhaps the most beautiful goal of the evening, the pass also starting from Blind to Tadic, and then that high ball.
Yeah, terrific high pass, and quite difficult for Klaas to finish under normal circumstances. So it was basically the counterattack, which normally is a signature of AZ, but we played out very great. The pass from Blind to Tadic. Tadic had a clear view on who was in front of the penalty area, and it was a lovely pass and a more lovely finish with this. He tapped it in basically, and
it was controlled. It was controlled, right? I mean, it was hard
exactly
because
Haller
jumped as well, so he couldn't see the last few seconds of the ball. It was pure, he was feeling it basically.
True. I mean, 9 out of 10 of those shots would go either high or he wouldn't even have touched it. But this moment was perfect for us. 2-0, game over.
And then we have a substitution. Neres comes in, scores offside, and then he scores again.
Yeah, he was quite active, I would say, in the last when he subbed in. So I think he's eager to play more minutes, and he's doing outstanding. And hopefully, when his form is back, it will be difficult for Ten Hag to choose his first 11, especially with the attackers being in form, but also in the back. I mean, what if Nico comes back? We got Daly, who is probably in either case he's a starter, and we have Martinez, who performs outstanding every game. So it will be difficult for Ten Hag to make choices, but hopefully he will not drop Martinez.
I hope also he doesn't drop Martinez, but what you say is a very valid point. I mean, Martinez is making it hard for him. I think we already can say that the pivot of Alvarez and Gravenberch is working out fine.
Yeah.
But now you also see that Martinez playing at the back as a center back is also defensively, it's good. However, that's basically the discussion. Where do you put Blind in? Because Blind, in the view of the attacking play style, you need to have him in your starting 11, according to Ten Hag. Well, it's an important. It's important. So the thing is now we know that Blind can function as an LB. I mean, playing against AZ, it's not against Fortuna or these kind of teams. So he can play as a left back. He can play as a center back. I know Ten Hag is not really in favor of putting him as a midfielder.
Yeah, true.
But what you say, it's a valid point. I mean, Ten Hag has a couple of options, and if we move further, we know Kudus hasn't been training full yet, but also when he comes back, it's going to be interesting. I mean, because again, I think Alvarez and Gravenberch works out better. So what will happen on the number 10 position, Klaas Kudus? I think that's going to be vital.
It's going to be interesting. I mean, at every line, it will be interesting. When the rest comes back, I mean, you have Neres, you have Anthony, you have Haller, you have Tadic. In midfield, I mean, if Kudus comes back, it will be difficult to choose which players will play in the starting lineup. And the same applies for Martinez. at the back. So it's difficult. We have to look at the form of that day or of that week to see who's able to play. But taking looking at the brain in the head of Ten Hag, I mean, Tadic will always play and Blind will always play. So it will be a fight between the Brazilians on the normal circumstances and between the Argentinians, Nico and Lisandro.
Yeah. So listen, about Ten Hag, right? We have been critical these past few months, not only you, but all the panel members. Even I included sometimes with some choices of him. But credit where credit is due. He has been doing some very good changes and tactical decisions this last few weeks. So we have to give him credit for that as well.
No, definitely. I mean, I gave him an 8, especially because of his tactics today. Blind as left back, but especially when we were in possession, when we tried to build up, he was playing as a midfielder, as a left midfielder. Martinez went to the more or less left back position, having the drop down to the center of defense to start the build up. That was a tactical decision. That was that was magnificent. I mean, great. I mean, and I already said, if Martinez plays, I will always give him a good grade to Ten Hag. So he did. So that's why it's an 8. So hopefully it will remain like this and not dropping into the bench next game.
Yeah. So this is literally the final day of January. We're taking a lead because also the other teams dropped points. PSV lost today to Feyenoord. Vitesse drew against RKC yesterday. So we're seven points clear of the second place, and going into another very busy month, February, including Europa League this time.
Yeah.
So any final thoughts? Yeah.
Well, it's not even 7 points. If you look at it, 8 points. If you look at the goal differences, it's even 8 points. So yeah, it's great. We're cruising off to the league title, so that's a great thing. We need to proceed as it is. And we need and luckily we're getting informed. So Lille comes at the right moment, and hopefully we will try to win from them as well. And then everything's open. Everything is open. We can do magic.
Guys, be sure to like our video, subscribe to our channel, and most importantly, join the discussion in the comments below.